The Airbus A300 was the first official Airbus aircraft built. But why did Airbus choose the name A300 for its first aircraft, and not a title that might have been perhaps more flashy? This was at a time when the world was familiar with names like the de Havilland Comet or the Concorde. To begin with, we need to start with the somewhat obvious fact that the A in A300 stands for Airbus. But what about the 300? Well, the 300 actually referred to the proposed passenger capacity of the aircraft, 300 passengers. But keen readers will know that the original A300 didn't actually carry 300 passengers. Instead, it carried just 250. Why the discrepancy? This story began back at Airbus in May 1969. Airbus was facing criticism that its first aircraft, designed to be a twin-engine plane, would not be powerful enough or safe enough to make ocean voyages. At the time, aircraft either had 4 engines like the Boeing 707 or 3 engines like the Lockheed L-1011 TriStar. For the big 300-seater A300 design to work, the plane would need to have powerful engines to make it across the sea. Alas, Rolls-Royce, who agreed to make the engines for the A300, found itself overstretched with its American clients, leaving Airbus without an engine. However, the situation would soon change. Airbus discovered during market research that its customer airlines didn't want a 300-seater plane. A fall in the aviation market had led to revised projections, pushing demand in a more conservative direction. This was a blessing in disguise, because the plane could be smaller to better suit airlines, and would simultaneously fix its engine dilemma. They would be able to select an existing engine from the market, such as the Rolls-Royce RB211, the Pratt & Whitney JT9 or the General Electric CF6, thus saving a considerable amount of money. Working in secret, a group of lead engineers redesigned and shrunk the A300. The new version would be 5.62 meters shorter and carry only 260 passengers. To avoid confusion, and because the name Airbus A250 didn't have a good ring to it, the first aircraft would be called the A300B. Ironically, Air France would step in and suggest that a 250 economy-seater A300B was too small for them. It asked if there was a way to increase the seats up to 270. After the first 2 prototypes, Airbus would rework the design to make it slightly longer and return some additional capacity. This A300B then became the A300B1, and from here the real journey of Airbus would begin. Did you know about this chapter of Airbus's history? Let us know in the comments. Did you know that we publish over 175 stories every single week on simpleflying.com? Be sure to check the link in the description for more great stories just like this. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe before you go.